Alright, it's Saturday. Just like I said in the last video, we were not going to be working today. You can see the water is still bad on the road. It stayed pretty well overcast all day yesterday. Check this out. Not sure if y'all can see that on camera or not. Deer tracks. Fresh deer tracks. So anyway, we're here in the woods, and I'm fixing to get on the 620. And I'm going to run around to the back there. And we're going to grab our big hardwoods that I was dragging up and down this road. And the goal for today is to knock the water off the road. Since it was pretty overcast yesterday, I didn't come out and do anything. It wouldn't have done no good. The water would have ended up just kind of puddling back up instead of being smeared out evenly. It would have just puddled back up and got back down in the holes, and it wouldn't have evaporated it, dried it out like it would today. As you can see, it's nice and blue sky. There's some clouds around, but it's more sunny than it is cloudy. And so you get this water knocked off the road, and the road will dry like 3 times faster. So I mean, the woods are fine. What's going to be our hold up here is the road. So like I said, my goal is to get the road dried out as fast as you can this weekend. So Monday we can go ahead and complete this hellhole and be done with it. Whether that happens or not, who knows? So anyway, we're going to get on the Skidder here. Gotta go check the oil and stuff on it first. I see some strange tracks in and about my my job site. So anytime I see strange tracks like that, I usually I come over here and I'll kind of look in there and check, make sure the oil cap hasn't been fooled with and stuff like that. Because people will monkey with your stuff. Especially you get on these hunting leases like this. And you get some. These here seem to be pretty cool old men, but you'll get some that are just royal buttholes. Because they think you're just screwing their deer hunting up. And I can't tell you how much stuff we've had vandalized. So anyway, we'll be right back. This would be a good time to kind of run y'all over like the controls and stuff on the Skidder and show y'all what they do. This is the 2014 620E model tigercat Skidder. And as you can see here, you got 2 little, what looks to be buttons, but they're like rocker switches. You flip this one all the way up like that, and if your seat is facing forward, like it is now, it's facing forward, you just flip it up, and anytime the seat's facing this way, when you're facing forward, you're going forward that way. If you spin the seat around where you can look behind you, you're still going to be going forward because this is now forward. I know that sounds confusing, but whatever direction you're facing, forward here or up, whatever you want to call it, is always the direction you're going. Pull it down, goes the opposite direction, it stays in the middle, and that's neutral. This is your ground speed traveler selector, I guess you'd say. Just the faster, the higher up you push it like that, the faster it's going to go. The more you pull it down, the slower it's going to go. I usually run mine about 3/4 of the way up or so, as I don't really like my Skidder being beat to death. Wet ground, you run about halfway, and then if you're doing any kind of blade work, road work, stuff like that, I pull mine all the way down. That way it's nice and smooth. There's no triggers or anything underneath here on the bottom. You'll notice that the joysticks are very similar to what's in the 853M. And then you have your blade over here. You pull it back, picks it up, push it down, shoves it down. Let's see, get a little more focused. So yeah. And then over here you have, see that little trigger underneath the bottom? That's your throttle, which you never have to use. These buttons here, this closes your grapple, this opens your grapple. This is your grapple open and close. These two here are your grapple rotates, and then this one here is your constant lock, where when you get your drag built, you press this button and it'll squeeze the grapple down and it'll keep pressure on it, so as the drag is moving, it'll keep it from getting slack on the wood, and it'll keep tightening itself up on the wood as you're dragging it out, so your wood don't fall out your grapple. And then this one over here is your differential lock. Up here you have all your light switches for outside. This is your parking brake, pilots also. When you push it all the way up like that, it's supposed to be like a rocker. You push it up, turns pilots off. Listen, y'all heard that change? I press it down, it's engaged the pilots now. Horn, and this is your differential lock selector. You can have it all the way up, and it's just going to be your front tires locked. In the middle, both front and rear tires are locked together, or you can put it in the back and just your back tires are locked. Just depends on what situation you're in. Air conditioner, most important, air conditioner. And then this is your fresh air or recirculate air, your thermostat and your fan speed. And then this is your winch. Right now it's off. In the middle it lets it free spool. Press it up and then you hold that button or that lever back like that. Give it a second. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to put it in the middle and then you hold it and you hear it rev itself up automatically, and it'll roll your winch up. And then any button that you mash, any function, it automatically revs your machine up for you. Even pulling the thing, you don't have to sit there and worry about revving it up and revving it down and all this other mess, which the John Deere just has a constant. It's just like their track cutters or their wheel cutters, you know. It takes off at 1800 RPMs and it stays at 1800 RPMs. Where this one here is like up and down, 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 up and down. The John Deere is just one steady thing, and that might be why the Deere gets better fuel economy. I don't know. So anyway, that's a rundown real quick on the controls in the 620E. It very simple. Pretty well, if you can drive a truck, and you turn yourself around backwards, you know, ignore my white legs. There's that little foot looking thingy down there, not the yellow, but just underneath the yellow is a little thing you kick with your feet, and that's what unlocks your seat to spin you around. On the John Deere, you have a little button over here, and I'll show y'all that later on. This is your gauge cluster. Nothing fancy. You have your RPMs, and then your water temperature, your hydraulic temperature, and what grade hydraulic oil you're using, your def gauge, and your fuel gauge. So, yes, I know we're a little low on fuel in this one, but I am not too worried about it because we're not going to be here that long. So anyway, y'all hang out. We'll be right back. You tore the rubber tire up.
No, I found your problem.
I got you on it for half a day. And what happened to it?
I found your problem.
No.
You tore up.
What happened to it? Michael, was it running when I got off of it?
Yeah. It was running hot because Thomas didn't check all his stuff he's supposed to check.
So anyway, we have the 822 fixed. Had to clean the wall off the windows where it blew that big line and coated the windows. We got our SMZ cleaned out. We're still here on the hell, forget what this is, the Carpenter Bridge track, the cursed track.
Black cat.
I ain't saying we're gonna finish it today, and I'm not saying we ain't gonna finish it today, but there's supposed to be like 6 or 8 loads of wood left to cut here.
And that. I think that's bigger than what we think.
You think it's bigger?
I think that's bigger than what we think.
That's only 3 rows.
I think that's going to be more than what you think.
Well, anyway, Y'all see that dark patch right there? That's what we got, and then we got this little patch right here. I don't think there's but like 4 or 5 little short rows right here. But anyway, so we're gonna we've cut some drain holes up here. I come out Saturday and drained the road, as y'all saw a little bit ago, and Matt took the track machine a second ago, went up there, cut some drain holes, trying to get the water on off the road. And trucks will be able to drive in here. We're going to drive them in right here, and we'll pull up where the work truck is sitting. Michael's going to grab them, spin them around in that muddy spot, shove them back out this way, and then back them back in underneath Mickey here. So you need a gallon of hydraulic oil. Oh, okay. Anyway, we're fixing to go bust off the 822, start cutting. We got it all put back together and ready to go. Swim, Michael.
I am trying. My feet don't get wet.
You bought some new boots.
Yeah, well, my feet won't get wet.
Your feet won't get wet.
That's right.
Did you buy rubber boots?
I was thinking about it. It smells good in there. I'll find some this Friday.
I hear you. So, anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's going on. That's what we're doing. We're fixing to try and smoke this out right here. I'm fixing it to run back to the house and help get this trailer of mine moved. So, anyway, the 853 is not quite done in the shop yet. It should be done sometime later today. The 748 should be on its way. They'll come swap 648 and 748 out. Let y'all watch them bust off and start rolling. So anyway, busy Monday already. Should be a hopefully a productive day. We have nothing out, nothing cut, nothing in a pile. You know, there's no wood nowhere. The trucks are gonna have to wait. So y'all get to watch what goes on kind of today, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it Wednesday or if I'm just gonna wait and do it Thursday. I'm probably gonna publish a video Wednesday talking about the 822 here. So y'all want to hear some I guess you'd say opinions on it, some more opinions on it from me, y'all just hang tight, keep checking, because we're fixing to do a really in-depth, not comparison, but review of that thing after I've had it on my job for a week. With their, you can see it on the top up there, that slider looking doohickey. We've had one version of their slider already. That one's different. So yeah, got some other opinions and stuff. So like I said, I'm fixing to probably cut out. I'm gonna try and get some more video today. He gets around here and starts cutting. I'm gonna get some video of it cutting. Y'all just hang tight. We'll be back in a minute. If y'all have never used them, you can see it there. Mickey has a lock and lube tip on his grease gun. Y'all look at that. It just hang there. Don't come off. Anything else. Just trying to get primed up. We all have, I say we all, I have one, Mickey has one, and Matt has one of those DeWalt grease guns like that. very much worth their money. Anyway, it clips on, it don't come off, it don't leak. It's starting to leak just a little bit, but how many tubes of grease you say you got on it?
Probably
125 tubes. I mean, that's pretty good for, I don't even know if you get that much out of a regular tip. And a regular tip's gonna start leaking a whole lot faster. Or easier, should I say. It don't clamp on. It definitely ain't gonna hold that grease gun on that end like it was just doing right there.
I like it.
I need to get me one.
It's a well $30
It's $30?
$30 well spent.
Where'd you get it from?
eBay. It's where behind them things.
eBay. Alright, I figured I'd show y'all that. Matt's getting cold and cutting over here. Y'all can hear him going. And so yeah, we'll come over here and spy on him a minute. See what he's tearing up. I think he's cutting an access. So what he's doing right now is he's cutting the bushes out of his way. The overall job of what he's doing is he's cutting an access. There was no access point put across here. They just skidded it straight across the road, and that's not going to work for how I'm wanting to do this. That's a pretty good sized tree right there. Gonna lose it? No. Throw your head back, Matt. No, he's gonna go ahead and lay it down over in the corner. That's a pretty good one though. He's trying to cut the stumps off really low because it's gonna be an access point for the skidder. And the shear does need new teeth as well. But anyway, he's see how he went back and re-bobbed the stump. What he's trying to do though is he's trying to cut the stumps down really low and make an access point, a skid road in lesser terms for this little patch right here. And y'all can see the daylight over there through the treetops. There's just not much here. It don't have the power that my 853 has. This one has a much better like saw recovery. The head's a little bit smaller, but in thinning this big stuff, that's not so much a bad thing because it lets you keep from overloading your headfuls and making it harder on you and the skidder trying to work around the big bundles and stuff. Like I said, there's lots of good with it, there's lots of bad with it. There's more good with the deer to me. So we'll deer is still my favorite, but we're gonna do a really in-depth review on the 822 after they got this new slider and everything on it. So I'm fixing to go take some pictures of it, cutting. Y'all can find them on my Instagram or my personal Facebook or the Thomas Johnson Media Facebook page. But anyway, y'all just hang tight. We'll be back with some more content in a minute.
What's his name? Glenn sells one, or anybody down here sells one that's going back to Canada. That's the first thing gets done is delete it.
That's a piss poor design. Their slider is doing a better job of keeping the trash out. But when you blow a line underneath here, it's a 1, 2, 3. Number 4's up there. 4 man job almost.
They were just watching.
Get another shot of you because you're a half a guy.
Okay, whatever.
You're big enough to be a guy and a half. You can't even squat down to get the damn line.
I can squat down. This is a tiny hole over here. This is what I was talking about whenever we was discussing the 822 before. I'm going to talk about this some more because they have made improvements here. But when we went to working on it for this first time, it's, I don't know. I don't think it's the end all be all. So, I don't know. We'll be back in a minute. So y'all remember when I said a while ago I wasn't saying anything about, oh, we're gonna cut this out today, and you know, because I've been saying that for like, I think the last 3 videos. See this? See that over there being washed on? And look at all that timber still left to be cut. I'm not gonna blame this one solely on tigercat, because this line had been apparently blown before, and whoever been running it on the other job, instead of taking the time and either making the right line or putting the wrong line on it, making the day, and then getting the right line made and fixing it the next day, well, they just put a half-assed job together, stuck a line that was way too long in it, and it was sitting there and rubbing on another line, and both of those lines decided to blow at the exact same time this morning. It completely filled the radiator full of oil. Everything in behind the cab is now full of hydraulic oil. So we are having to wash this oily mess out of this machine. Yay us. What I will fault, and this isn't tigercat, this is my dealership. We paid them, which this was supposed to be part of their, I guess, making up to us for the machine being such a lemon. They were supposed to go over the whole machine and any chafed and rubbed lines. They were supposed to have replaced all of those. Well, they didn't. It don't even look like they went in there and done any lines. There's no new lines back there. The machine only has about 70 hours on it since we've retrieved it from the store, from having all this service done to it. The only thing they really done was they upgraded the debris guard stuff, and I'm gonna try and talk about that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow man, things has got to get better. We hauled 1 load today. This machine cut 1 load this morning after we put that line on it, and it died. We've been running hose, you know, go and get hoses made, and now we're pressure washing at 3 o'clock in the evening. We won't have anything cut or anything to start on in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I'm probably going to end this video. I'm not real sure where I'm going to end this video. It'll be at the house probably. I'll wait till we get off the job site. Who knows what else I may find for the day. But anyway, another horrible day. Another horrible day, y'all. It's I don't know anymore. I don't think I've ever seen us have this bad of luck in 20 years of, in my 13, 14 years of working, 20 years of business. I'm sure Dad's seen some other hard times with some other old equipment he's had, but in my 13, 14 years of doing this, I've never seen us have this long of a strand of bad luck. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back later. While we got the pressure washer here, we're just gonna try and get a little bit of everything on the radiator. That baby dog got some kick. Off of gas. It has a diesel burner built into it. Basically it's going to burn about 200 degrees, and that really helps with your cleaning power. The new surprise I was talking about the other day, whenever we get it rigged out for the woods, this will be out here a lot more often. We believe in pressure washing. I just don't have a way to get my pressure washer to the woods. Putting oil in the track cutter. I'm not sure if we're going to try and cut anything this afternoon or not. We honestly need to. It's almost 4 o'clock. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute, maybe. Just doing a little pressure washing.